Hello everyone and welcome to the course on price point hacking, and in this course we're going to discuss psychological research based hacks to improve your pricing in a way to improve conversion rates and sell more products online. So let me give you a brief introduction of what we're going to cover in this course. So the course is, as you can see, divided into 10 pricing hacks, 10 of the most effective pricing hacks that you can use just to have small alterations on your price point that can lead to huge changes in your conversion rates. And the kind of businesses that these would apply most to would be e-commerce stores. So if you have an e-commerce store, if you're selling products online, any kind of online products like online courses, or packages that you could be selling, and for product companies, if you're a SaaS-based startup, these are the businesses that would benefit the most. However, I do want to say that all the principles that I will discuss, all the research in this course, the psychological research applies to any business. So if you're a physical business, online, offline, whatever you do, the principles are going to be the same, but the specific hacks that I'm going to go through are mostly going to be for online businesses, especially the e-commerce stores, SaaS businesses, and online products. So let's get into a little bit in this video about what is a price point, and then from the next videos we're going to start talking about the hacks. So through the next 10 videos, you're going to learn 10 of the most effective price point hacks. So what is price point? So imagine a line, a scale of possible prices, right? So there's a slight difference between a price of a product and the entire scale of prices that you can have. So the price of a product would be usually decided by your baseline profit margins, how much you want to spend on every $100, let's say, on marketing, how much you have to spend on the product, and then you have your markup, which would then become your product price. However, price point is more of a marketing thing than a business thing. So it's not about the economics, it's about the marketing. So you can choose any price point. You don't have to sell it at the price that is calculated by your business calculations. You would then choose a point on this line of possible prices, which is basically an entire scale, and you would pick and test different price points and then see which one works the best from a marketing perspective. Now, to reduce all of that effort for you, of course, these 10 most effective price point hacks will tell you which and what kind of price points to pick and how to pick your price point. Now, the biggest mistake, of course, most businesses and startups make would be to just pick the price and use that product price that you have from your business calculations or your business margin calculations on the product on the website. So to make sure that you understand that there's a whole spectrum of prices that you can use, that's the first thing. The second thing that you need to learn is how to pick that the right price point so that you have the best conversion rates and you can sell more online. So that's the whole idea of the course. So now that you understand what a price point is, we're going to get into how to pick a price point with these 10 hacks. So I'll see you in the first hack video, which is coming up next. So now that you have a good introduction about price points, let's get into the first hack. And this is probably the most well-known one, the one that you have seen, and you have been a part of this hack. You've been on the receiving end and you probably have already tried this for your store, but you will often see this being used as a hack to put prices ending in 9. And the first thing that we're going to discuss is to break the misconception about it's the number ending in 9 that works the best, which is not really the reason why this hack works. The actual reason why this hack works is because the leftmost digit is lesser. So the hack essentially is that if you have a price point of $3 versus a price point of $2.99, $2.99 would work better, and you've seen this across pricing already. The reason why this works is, however, not because of the 0.99 or the price ending in 9. It's because the perceived value of 3 becomes higher as people decide the magnitude of a number by the leftmost digit. So if you're reading the digit 3 first, you've already decided that the magnitude of this number is higher compared to if you're reading the digit 2 first, and then you feel that the magnitude of the number is overall lower. And that's the reason why this hack works. The reason for putting 9 at the end is, of course, just to make it look lesser than 3. However, you could also replace it with something like 2.97 and have the same effect. So if you just end a price with 9, not paying attention to whether the leftmost digit has been reduced or not, it may not work as well as having a price which has a lower leftmost digit. So as another example, you'll see that a $50 price will be perceived higher than a $49 price or even a $49.99 price. A $49.98 price would equally be perceived lesser than $50. As in all these cases, you see that the $50 is the reference and the digit 5 decides the magnitude. So 50 is the magnitude that you've already decided the magnitude of the price point, versus let's say 49.98 where 4 is deciding the magnitude of the price. So it's not so much about the 0.99 as you might think, or you might be led to believe by all these ending in 9 prices that you see. It's more about the leftmost digit, and that's the reason why this is also called the left digit effect in pricing psychology. So there has been a lot of data on this. This has been implemented a lot of times. It's actually 80% of the prices that you will see online would have a 9 ending price, or a 5 ending price, or a 7 ending price for that matter, and you'll hardly find prices now which end with 0. However, keep in mind that it's more about the leftmost digit being lesser, being the deciding factor for the magnitude of the entire price. So that's one hack that you can use. I would also suggest clubbing this with other hacks. For instance, if you can show a comparison pricing with a higher leftmost digit compared to a price with a lower starting digit, even though the difference might not be huge, it might make a difference further. But if you just have to put a single price point, of course, a $0.99 price which has a lower leftmost digit would work better than something which has a higher leftmost digit. If you don't want to get into the 0.99 pricing, I would even suggest to go with a simple $49 price than a $50 price if the $1 difference doesn't affect you much in terms of the profit margins. So that's the first hack, probably the most common one that you've seen around, and I'll see you in hack number 2. Hey guys, welcome to price hack number 2, and this hack is to sort products by their pricing in the descending order. And this is very interesting because if you have a page showing products, you would have an option to sort them in either the ascending order or the descending order. You also have defaults of sorting products by bestsellers, for instance. Always pick the option of sorting products by their pricing in the descending order, especially if you're a store that has a sort of a stable curve of sales in terms of the number of bestsellers that you have are not dominating the entire sales of the product. Of course, the 80-20 principle will always apply, but if you have a separate, let's say, collection on your website for just your bestsellers, then you don't need to further sort it by bestsellers, right? So these are already your bestsellers, for instance. In that case, I would suggest that you sort the products by their pricing in the descending order, which means that you're going to show the highest priced products first. And what this does is it sort of prepares the mind of the user, and the first few products, let's say there are $500 products, and then you have the $300 products followed by the $200 products followed by the $100 products. You have a sort of a readiness to a $500 product, which as the person browses through the page becomes more favorable for the purchase as they see the lower prices coming up. So even if you're scrolling on the phone as a user and you see, all right, these are the products $500, $400, $300, and then you have a $100, $99 product, right? So going with what we discussed in the first hack, and then you have $99, $49, you have more likelihood of making the purchase. In fact, you will also find that users would even be happy to settle somewhere in between. So you might even want to add a few expensive products just to make sure you have something for people to look at. There's an interesting quote which says, what do you do if you want to sell a $10,000 watch? The answer is simple. You place it next to a $2,000 watch, right? A $20,000 watch, sorry. So a $10,000 watch will sell if it's placed next to a $20,000 watch much easily if it's placed on its own, or placed, let's say, next to a $5,000 watch, right? So if you want to sell something at a median price, at a median range, which is likely the target order value that you're looking at, you also want to have a few products which are higher price, and you want to preferably show them before. So you place and sort your products by their pricing in the descending order. So showing this high prices products first is the reference point for the user, and once they are ready in the mind, as they browse through the page, they will be more likely to make a purchase. So a simple sort on your website could change your conversion rates. So that's pricing hack number 2, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, welcome back to the course, and this is pricing hack number 3, how to show a comparison price to improve conversion. So you've probably seen on websites a before price or a was price. So we're going to go deep dive into this concept and how you can use this to improve your conversion rates. So now let's say you've chosen a price point and you've also chosen a before price point, and you probably want to strike through the before price point, which is the best practice in the UI, and then show this current price in order to give people, one, a comparison between two prices and how they are getting a discount or a value deal with the product with the new price, or maybe to showcase two products, one at an expensive price point and one with the favorable purchase, which is what you really want to sell. This goes in line with the example of placing a $10,000 watch next to a $20,000 watch if you want to sell the $10,000 watch. So let's start here. Let's say that you are showing two different products and you want to sell a $2.99 product. If you place it next to a $4 product or a $4 plan, let's say if you're a SaaS company, then you need to understand first that users will actually perceive the difference between $4 and $2.99 as somewhere around $2, right? Even though this is just a dollar, right? So $4 versus $2.99. Going back to pricing hack number 1, where we discussed that the magnitude is actually decided by the leftmost digit. So they've already decided the magnitude as starting with 4 versus 2, and then the difference would be perceived approximately as 2. So if you imagine a pricing table with $4 per month versus $2.99 per month, it's not a huge difference. It's not a $2 difference for sure, but that's how it'll be perceived. So it'll be perceived as double the difference of what it actually is. So it's actually just a $1 difference. And that's something that you can incorporate in pricing tables when you put pricing plans next to each other. You will also notice that people would put these two plans and then have a word like popular or a low price deal, something like that, written right next to the $2.99 pricing to further influence the decision of the user to go for the $2.99 plan. So let's say this is the favorable product, which is priced at $2.99. You can also add a compare price at $4. You can add a separate product for $4. You can have a separate pricing table for $4, just to influence and improve conversion rates of the $2.99 product. And of course, if you get sales for the $4 product, it's still not a bad deal. Now, this is another way. So if you have a single product now, let's say if you don't have a SaaS business, if you don't have plans, let's say if you have a single product, if you're an e-commerce store, for example, you want to show the was price as $4 versus let's say 3.9. You don't want to compare 3.99 with 2.99. You'd rather want to compare 4 with 2.99. So that's how you would implement the was price. In fact, you can even go really high on the was price so that you can show an even bigger discount depending on how you want your brand to be perceived. So you don't want to go too aggressive on the was price, because you don't want to act as, you don't want to give the perception that there's something wrong with the product, that it's it's lashed so low, unless of course your brand depends on heavy discounts. But otherwise, you just want to have a whole round number which is greater, which appears greater at least, than the current price for your was price. So that's how you would have comparison pricing and use comparisons to improve conversions. That's pricing hack number 3 for you guys, and I'll see you in the next hack. So I hope you're enjoying the course so far. We are now on pricing hack number 4, and believe it or not, it's time for a simple UI hack, a simple design change that increases conversion rates. And I've tested with my own clients and a few of my own businesses, where what I would do is just pick the font size of the statement where I'm showing the price. So basically the line where I'm talking about the price on the website, and reduce it by around 20% compared to the rest of the font on the website. And that's all. It's really as simple as that. So if I have the font of the if I have the font on the website at around 15 pixel, I'm just going to make it 12 pixel, let's say, on the pricing, or 13 pixel on the pricing. Of course, you want to reduce it based on a percentage so it's responsive, but the idea is that the product prices are slightly lesser in the font size than all the features of the product, than all the benefits that you're talking about of the product. And sometimes if you have a compared price, you even want to have the actual price a slightly smaller font than the was price, so that people even feel that the was price is even bigger than the current price. So the first thing that you need to understand here is that users will perceive the prices displayed in smaller fonts as being lesser than prices displayed in bigger fonts, even if it's the exact same price, right? So you just want to reduce the price font text by a small percentage compared to the rest of the website. You also want to keep it smaller than the font size that you use for the was price or the compare price, which should be slightly higher. Taking this one step further, if you have pricing plans, if you're a product business with different subscription options, let's say on monthly prices, you want to keep the size of the price of the plan that you want to sell more of slightly smaller compared to the font size of the price of the plans that you probably do not want a lot of users for, or you've just added for reference in order to sell this actual plan more. So that's how you can play with the UI as an e-commerce store or as an online product to improve your conversion rates further. So that's pricing hack number 4. All right, guys, here we are with hack number 5, which is again quite simple. It's a visual hack. It's a visual pricing hack where you just get rid of the comma in your prices. Now this will apply to slightly bigger ticket sizes. If you're selling, let's say, a $1,000 product, a $1,500 product, or a $2,000 product, and so on, you don't want to keep the comma in the prices. So for higher prices, let's say for example $1,200, if you want to show $1,200, you just want to show $1,200 without the comma between 1 and 2. So you don't want to show the comma there. And there are 2 reasons why this works better than showing the comma really in the prices. Is one is visually, if the user sees a longer price, they consider it's a higher price, and in which case it's clear that removing the comma will reduce the length of the price. Now this goes back again related to hack number 4, where a smaller font size would work better, also because it's shorter, especially when compared to a longer price. So you don't want to keep the comma. Of course, you can extend this again to showcase the comma in the price that was the was price, and then remove the comma in the price which doesn't have the was price. Of course, it would be considered inconsistent in terms of a proper UI, but that's how hacking works. So you don't want to keep the comma in the high prices. The other reason why this works is because it even sounds longer with the comma. Now this is interesting. Even if people don't actually read your prices aloud, or don't actually read the comma aloud, they they would still have the feeling of a longer or a more a higher price if you have the comma in place. So more syllables in the price also has been found to be a perception of higher prices. So the brain actually processes numbers visually as well as phonetically. So that's why you want to get rid of the comma in your prices, and that's hack number 5. I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, here we are with pricing hack number 6, and this is a simple word play on your price point. So you've chosen your price point. All you want to do is add low magnitude keywords to your price point. And what low magnitude keywords are is, for example, a low price or a small fee. Those are the kinds of keywords that you want to showcase in your listing. So let's say you have a product listing and you are showcasing the benefits or features of the product. So while you're doing that, you also want to highlight, instead of just saying, let's say for example, a $4.99 fee, you might want to say a small $4.99 fee. So that's the keyword here, which is basically your low magnitude keyword. Now, just by adding that keyword, you have the user is ready to consider the fee small. So you show the word small first, and then you actually talk about the amount. So you actually have a lot of hacks playing in here. You have the small keyword hack, and then you have the hack of using a smaller leftmost digit, because you're not saying $5 but you're saying $4.99, and both of these together would amplify your conversion rates. So essentially what it does is the low magnitude keyword affects the perception of whatever price unit is going to come after that. So it could be a small $49 fee would even work if your product is actually something which is worth $49, or rather if you found that price point works with you. So obviously you have to find your price point first for this hack, and then you just want to have the keyword right before your price point. So that being said, of course, the keyword before your price point is going to work better than the keyword after your price point. So you're already preparing the user to perceive the upcoming price point as a low price point by adding the keyword before it. So that's a simple wordplay hack, but it works really well in improving your conversion rate, especially if you place this right with your benefits. So let's say you have the benefit list of the products on your web page. You have the list of the all the features that your product showcases, and at the end you have at a small $4.99 fee. That's going to convert really well. So that's pricing hack number 6, and I'll see you in the next hack. Now in pricing hack number 7, we're going to talk about product bundles, and this is essentially something I use for a lot of my e-commerce customers, clients that I provide marketing services for, wherein we have different products that can go well together. So you would have seen this usually on websites showcasing complete the look if you're a lifestyle company, or get the bundle if you're basically selling multiple products to improve your average order value. Now this is typically considered as an AOV hack, which is a hack to improve the order value or the ticket size that you have on your website, but it's also definitely a conversion rate optimization hack, because sometimes you would get a deal, you would get a purchase for a bundle in some cases where you wouldn't even have got a purchase for the main product, just because your bundle has a much better offer or a much better deal than the main product. So how do you use price perception and have a price point for the bundles to make it a better deal, to make it at least look like a better deal? In this case, what you want to do is, let's say you have a product which is priced at $50. You want to sell the same product at $45 if it's also bought with a $10 product, and this increases your overall ticket size by $5. So you would have only got a sale for $50, but now you're getting a sale for $55 by adding a small $10 product along with the original product and making it look as if it's a better deal. And it is a better deal, but it also improves the conversion rate. And it is found that you might not have got the sale for just the individual product at $50, but you would now get the sale for these two products, which are of course perceived as higher value, at $55. So you have both things playing here. You have a better conversion rate and you have a better average order value. So both the hacks, both the metrics are being improved just by a simple price point hack. So you want to keep the price point lower of the original product when it's sold in a bundle, and this can be done with discounted bundles. So you essentially have a bundle of two products where both the products are at a lower price than if you would individually buy those products. So a simple hack: always use product bundles. That's the first thing that you want to do in an e-commerce website where you have a decent catalog, you have a few products. Always bundle products together and showcase them on the product pages. So if you have two different products in a bundle, showcase the bundle on both the product pages. And on a price point perspective, make sure that the price point of the bundle shows lower price points for both individual products, and hence an overall better deal to influence the buying decision. You basically want to sell the bundle and not the individual product. Just keep that in mind and make your price point accordingly so that it's favorable to having a bundle purchase. So that's hack number 7, and I'll see you in the next video. So guess what, guys? You found your price point, you have found your was price, you found the golden ratio for you to be able to sell more. All you got to do now is, in pricing hack number 8, is put the word sale next to the pricing on these products. So you might have actually discounted your products, or you might just have a was price just to influence the buying decision. In both cases, it's a good idea to not just show the old price and the new price, but also the new price with the word sale next to it. Now, simply adding this word sale, also from the case studies that I've read and also from the clients that I've worked with, simply adding this word sale next to the original pricing, the new pricing, the new pricing will have higher conversion rates than just showcasing the lower price. So if you can show, let's say for example, this product was $150 and then you show now it's $99. So you want to show it was $150 and now it's $99 on sale, or $99 sale. Just write the word sale next to it. That's all. If you want to improve this further, just an extra tip for you, like a bonus pro tip: if you have a majority male target audience, you want to put the new price and the word sale in red. And this red hack works better with a male audience, considering that the female audience has already paid attention to the discount, but the male audience will be attracted by the color red of this pricing. So for instance, if you're saying the product was $150 and that's your compare at price, and then you basically strike through that and say now at $99 sale. So that's your new price. This is essentially your new price. You want to show this part of the font slightly smaller text, as we discussed in pricing hack number 4, and a bonus tip would be to show it in red if you have a male target audience. So put the word sale, use a compare price that you had before, put the new price and the word sale in a smaller font than the was price, and number 4, put the word sale and the price in red, especially if you have a male target audience. So that's 4 pricing hacks into one. And now you see how this course comes together and how these hacks come together to actually make you a price point hacking ninja. Now you know exactly what all hacks you can use just to show a simple price point and make it more effective to improve your conversions and definitely to sell a lot more. So that's hack number 8. And I'll see you in hack number 9. Hey guys, and welcome to hack number 9 of the price point hacking course. And in this in this hack, I'm going to talk a little bit about free shipping. So usually you will find, if you're an e-commerce business, you will have to offer free shipping. That's what customers are looking for. However, you may not be able to offer free shipping on a low value purchase, depending on what your targets are, depending on what your business margins are, and what your average catalog size, pricing sizes are. So let's say you have to decide your free shipping threshold. So should it be $50? Should it be $75? Should it be $100? Should you decide based on just your competitors, or should you also consider your shipping, the actual charges that you pay for shipping? Those are the usual things that people think about. But one important thing that people don't think about is that target average ticket size, or the target average order value, or AOV. So what you want to do is you want to find your target minimum ticket size first, not your target average ticket size. You want to find your minimum ticket size first. So let's say you won't be able to sell something less than $10. You want to charge free shipping there, right? So that's very clear. But let's say you want an average ticket size of around $50. So then you want to make your free shipping threshold at $50, because you want to hit your average ticket size and not your minimum ticket size. So base your free shipping threshold based on your average order value. If your average order value that you want is $100, then keep free shipping for products, for orders above $100. So as close as you can keep it to your target AOV, the better your business margins will be overall, the better your metrics will look at the end of each month. So showcase free shipping bundles. And now how this works is, if you have a low cost product, let's say your target average ticket size is $50, but you do have $10 products, you do have $19 products on your website. What you want to do is you want to then highlight the bundles. You want to have better discounts on the bundles so that the bundle prices are above $50 and people can get it for free shipping. That's an additional benefit. People are highly likely to buy something with free shipping compared to something where they have to pay extra dollars in shipping. Now this is outside of price hacking, but it's also psychological that no one really wants to pay shipping. So offer bundles that can improve your conversion rates. If you still want to keep the option of selling a $10 product, offer bundles so that people can get a better deal and push up their cart order size. You can also do this by having a status bar on the cart, which is just a bonus pro tip. If you have a status bar on the cart that you are 60% to your to free shipping, or you have 80% to free shipping, put an add-on and make it free shipping. That's going to help even more. And the last thing that I want to say in pricing hack 9 is you can even modify your price point. You can choose a price point, always keeping your free shipping threshold in mind. So you know your free shipping threshold, and you can, in some cases, for instance, if your free shipping threshold is $50 and you think people can buy a bigger bundle, sell your products at $49 so that they can have an add-on, which could be a $5 add-on, and that would push your average order value to $54 than just $50. So those are different ways that you can modify your product prices based on the free shipping threshold, and your free shipping threshold will be based on your target average order value that works the best for your business. So that's hack number 9. And in the next video, we're going to discuss the last hack of this course. See you there. Hello and welcome to pricing hack number 10, which is the last hack of this course, which is to offer payments in installments to affect price comparison. So let me explain you how this works. Let's say you make an online course and you sell the online course. You want to sell the online course for $200 because that's what all your competitors are doing. So you have 3 or 4 competitors all selling this course at around $200, $250, $150, like that sort of a price range, and you decide, I want to sell my course somewhere around $200. So if you sell your course at $200, people are going to compare it with the $200 or $250 or $150, whatever your competitors are selling it for. The interesting hack that you can try out here is to have 4 installments of, let's say, $49 or even $50 for that matter. But going with the hacks that we've learned so far and incorporating pricing hack number 1 here, let's offer 4 installments of $49 for your course. They're going to perform better than a single payment of $200. Now, this is going to be for two different reasons, and the actual reason might not be so obvious, which is what people think. The first reason, which is the obvious reason, is that you have 4 installments. However, the more interesting thing here is that users will tend to compare a single price point, $49, really, with the total price point of $200 of your competitors. Now, they're not so stupid to think that it's $49, 4 installments of $49 are going to be really cheap compared to $200. However, the brain would still compare the first installment price on your page to the total price, because that's the only price point they see on the competitor's page. So this works again in 2 ways. The installments work really well, plus the comparison kicks in to even improve your conversion rate further and beat your competition. So those are the 10 pricing hacks that are going to help you sell more online. I hope you enjoyed this course. There's going to be a summary of all the hacks, and go ahead, try these hacks, and like I explained to you in a few examples, feel free to mix a few hacks, feel free to find your own hacks, and lastly and most importantly, experiment. Always try out hacks, experiment. What works for one business may not work for every other business, but there will be something on these lines using the same principles that will definitely help you sell more. And that's the reason why I made this course for you. Go ahead, try these out and enjoy.